scenery here is wonderful. I've landed the perfect job.
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Ah, hello, you two.
Have there been any developments? Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes! Let's go check it out.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
What in the Tevat are you doing here, Ororon?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kukuku's owner?
One of his owners. Kind of. But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job. Completely different things.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
So, Ororon, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
Yeah, so basically...
For real now? Oh, come on, bro. Ororon, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Ifa?
Of course not. Ifa has his own gun. All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Ifa and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Court of Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Memoria. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Memoria. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Ororon, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Ifa and Kakuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Ifa is! Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here!
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon, you're pretty famous in Natland, right?
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking Ororon to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Ororon to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelette too, stay here for the time being. We'll empty the box, give it to Ororon, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So, I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over and out.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Ororon has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now. Ororon's taking the elevator. I should take a different route to the plaza. isn't the way that Ororon said. Am I getting too old to remember directions?
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Ororon has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now. Nothing suspicious going on here, either. Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control!
The heck are you on about?
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in that land, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku. Lord Kukuku. I meant no offense, I promise.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Ororon actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier? Interesting. Think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Memoria don't recognize you, right?
So I got it, but I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life hangs in the balance?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More than enough.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Memoria. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated, of course.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Memoria has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please ask away.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story, from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed, but I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Memoria.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Feeling smug now, are we?
No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Memoria. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster films? Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontanian Sea.
Shh, can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epiclese seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay. Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Memoria will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro!
See, Mr. Kakuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. And out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes. In that case, I understand completely.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help. Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
It went smoothly, on the whole.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Memoria. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or, I don't know. Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
We'll be waiting for the good news!
On the topic of kidnapping cases... How exactly do we define the subject of a kidnapping? According to the regulations, I mean. Aside from humans, do pets count? What about sentient, non-human beings? Of course, Melazines go without saying, but what about a being like Kakuku?
I am surprised that you are unfamiliar with the legal provisions on this matter.
If I knew all the laws like the back of my hand, I wouldn't have ended up in the fortress of Meripede, would I?
That is no laughing matter, Writholey.
These newcomers are full of enthusiasm.
Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward. There we are, all set to go. Now, let's take a stroll nearby and randomly pick out some visitors to ask a few key questions. These suggestions are surprisingly detailed. Choosing film prototypes, recreating the scene-cutting process, budget management for costumes, makeup, and set design? Oh, Paimon's head is spinning. Why is everyone so professional? Also, nearly every single person we spoke to said they wanted to see Lady Furina perform. Your popularity is off the charts! To tell you the truth, I've no plans to perform this time around. Any star worth their salt knows their role. When I take center stage, all the spotlights are on me, and rightly so. But as a guest, I should step back and let others shine. So instead of performing myself, I'd prefer to support you from behind the scenes. Perhaps as a consultant for one of your attractions, for instance? Hey, that's right! Movie Masterpieces is all about film expertise. There really would be no better candidate than you! Oh, wonderful! Then I shall give this role my very heart and soul. Once I've had a moment to prepare, we can meet up for a slice of gâteau from my pâtissière suprême before we get started.
In a good mood, I see.
Yep. Seeing my dear vegetables all settled in right where they belong brings me great joy.
You sound like a proud parent. I'm happy for you, bro. But given how where they belong is inside a cooking pot, that kind of fills me with dread at the same time.
Nice to meet you, bro.
The heck are you on about? Does this really seem like a good time for nice to meet you?
I guess he's referring to the meeting of the vegetables in the pot.
You got it, bro.
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure if I should be worrying about your definition of nice to meet you or investigating whether you and Kakuku share some kind of telepathic bond.
How about we explore the area ahead of us later? One, two, three, four. 2, 2, 3, 4. Simply exquisite. As amazing as ever. Escoffier, have you ever considered starring in your own film? I can see it now. Val's en cuisine. A riveting tale about the art of extreme cooking. I'm sure it would be a hit.
As it happens, I'm already doing something similar. A brand consultant has been filming my training sessions with students and incorporating them into films about Fontainian cuisine.
Oh, no. No. A documentary won't do. I'm talking about something with a bit more drama. Your experiences as a chef could be turned into a scintillating story. In fact, I'll even write it myself.
Before you finalize it, please let me review the culinary terms, especially when it comes to how ingredients are handled, the timings and the quantities.
Great! It's settled then. And actually, I think I'd like to bring in the Traveler and Paimon as directors. Something tells me that the three of you working together would really get the creative sparks flying. We could create something truly magical here. No problem. That said, now that we've been granted Director Furina's approval, we'll really have to step up our game. Excellent. I believe in you both. The gâteau was sublime as ever, Escoffier. Now, about time we got to work. I'll start drafting the script on the side while serving as the consultant for movie masterpieces. Wish me luck! A truly great adaptation must capture a film's core themes and seek to convey the inspiration that lies behind them. The three attractions are certainly all up to par, and I trust that you'll be able to make them better still. To enhance our film's aesthetic, I'd recommend a few classics for you to familiarize yourself with. Or, if you have the time, maybe we could watch them together? Hey, do you know what? Neither do I.
already forgot.
Yuvalet sent someone to contact us this morning! That must mean there's been some progress! No time to waste! Let's head out!
Thanks. With this strength, I can't imagine many criminals will be able to get away now.
wonder what's inside this package. No. No peeking at my customers' stuff.